Good day, people of the internet. This is Guild Wars 2 Basics, and today we're going to be talking about Agony and Infusions. So we're going to talk about the history first, and then I will tell you how it relates to Guild Wars today. So back in Guild Wars 1, a race of creatures called the Mersat had this ability called Spectral Agony. This ability would melt enemies to no health if you weren't prepared for it. So the way we as the players could fight the Mersat was being infused by another race called the Seers. To be infused was to have this ability to resist Spectral Agony. You would still be damaged by it, but you wouldn't just melt before the Mersat. You actually could stand a chance. So how we did this was we had to go kill creatures who had built up resistance to Spectral Agony. Then we would take their essence and then imbue it into our armor. In Guild Wars 2, we're not fighting Mersat. We are doing Fractals, which has a bunch of Agony in it once you get past level 10. So, Agony in Fractal the Mist is still very dangerous if you are not prepared for it. When it comes up on your skill bar, it looks like it's a condition. Agony cannot be removed, it just stays on you till it's done. The way Agony works is it removes a % of your health, and it reduces the healing you receive. And it does also stack, so do be aware of that. So, in Guild Wars 2, how do we prepare to defend against Agony the same way we did in Guild Wars 1? By infusing our equipment. So you're going to need infusions. I'll put up some pictures of infusions on the screen right now. All infusions give you Agony Resist, except for Utility and World vs. World infusions. Infusions go into your Ascendant equipment, and Ascendant equipment has different levels to it. There are pieces that have offensive infusion slots, defensive infusion slots, and Agony infusion slots, which I will show you on another character. And as you can see on the picture, there's different colors of Agony infusion. For the infusions, offensive infusions are going to be either red or green. Defensive are going to be blue. Utility are going to vary on colors. They could be purple for karma, gold for gold gain, or anything else that's utility related. And Omni infusions. These Omni infusions can go into any slot, offensive or defensive. I've actually got an example right here. This infusion, this versatile infusion, can go in any of these. Doesn't matter what it is. Just has to be an Ascended equipment. Or exotic crafted back piece. I forgot about that. And the Omni pieces are going to be red, blue, and green. Just kind of a mix of colors. So every single one of these infusions gives you +5 Agony Resistance. And then it gives you another thing depending on what infusion you've chosen. But there's another way to boost your Agony infusion, your Agony Resistance, which is through Agony Infusions, which is going to be these green infusions here. So as you do fractals, you'll gain these +1 Agony infusions. The way you increase the size of these infusions is by taking 2 of these and then 2 of these Agony infusions, combining it with a thermocatalytic reagent, and then you get a increased Agony infusion. So if I took 2 of these +1 Agony infusions, nope, I'm in the wrong station. If I took 2 of these +1 Agony infusions, and then I combine them, I will get a +2 Agony infusion. Same goes for you'll need 2 + 2 Agony infusions to get 3, and then it just constantly goes on. The only way to put these into your bag, well, actually first, the way you actually make these is by having a artificer who is level 100. Once you hit level 100 in artificing, you can keep on making these infusions, no matter how big they get. So the way the infusions work for Agony infusions, and I'll bring this with me as well. So for Agony infusions, you need to have a piece of equipment that has an Agony infusion slot. So this back piece I have has an Agony infusion slot. Yeah, so if you double click this, you can see it can go in here. The only piece of equipment that can actually be infused, which means you can have a separate Agony Infusion slot, are back pieces and rings. Back pieces, depending on what Ascended back piece you have, or exotic. No, just Ascended back pieces. Depending on which one you have, it will require different materials. Usually a Gift of Ascension and a couple other items. The rings all require items from the Fractals of the Mist. They require shards, globs, and vials of Mist Essence. So that would be these here. You have to increase your rank in Fractals of the Mist to get these. Okay, it's actually the vials you can only get from fractals that are from 1 to 9. The globs are from 10 to 19, and the shards are from 20 plus. So that does give you incentive to go into lower level fractals to actually try and get these, but you can convert them. Oh wait, you can convert these with the Mystic Forge. Just look on the wiki to see what those are. So you need Ascended equipment, like I said, and there's a bunch of different Ascended equipment you can get. I'm going to tell you in order of how easy it is to get it. So rings are the easiest. Then comes your amulet, the accessories, and the back piece. Then you have the armor and weapons. They're kind of on equal footing. You have to craft them or get a random drop. So I will put a link in the description of all the Ascended equipment. It will show you all the accessories here, how you can acquire them. The armor and weapons I wouldn't worry too much about for infusing stuff. It's mostly these accessories that you're going to infuse because they're easy to acquire. So for infusing items, you can infuse these, but to actually replace them, so like if I have in my back piece, if I have a +3 Agony Infusion, I can put this +10 in there, but it's going to, like any rune or sigil, it's going to replace that Agony Infusion and destroy the +3. When you actually infuse these items, it resets the upgrades on here. So if I have this Ring of Red Death and I infuse it, this versatile simple infusion is going to go away. It's just going to be deleted like I upgraded it with any other thing, and then I can put a new infusion in there. So for starting out, as soon as you hit to level 10 in Fractals of the Mist, you need Agony Resistance. If you have 0 Agony Resistance, the instant you get into boss fights or get hit by Agony, you will be dropped because it does a lot of damage to you. So you need to get this Agony Resist. And the easiest way is as you're progressing, I'll actually just hop in the Mist quick. As you're progressing through Fractals of the Mist, you will be receiving these Fractal Relics, which can get you this versatile infusion for 75. Then the Ascended gear this guy has, by 4373 in here in the Mistlock Observatory. He also has this Ascended gear. These are rings. So as you're progressing through fractals, every time you finish a fractal, you get a pristine fractal relic, as well as when you complete your dailies, you get a pristine fractal relic. This is going to be an item that just goes into your inventory. It's not going to go into your currency tab. So if you need a ring if you need Agony Resist, just spend these fractal relics on these rings, and just quickly have the ring, and then infuse it, so then you can start doing fractals. And if you actually have the resources, you can go get these items in other areas of the world. This is just a quick way to have access to it if you don't have those resources. So that will do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on the Twitters and the comment section below, and have a day.